Everyone talks about Elena Rybakina's serve, and for good reason. It's a weapon of mass destruction.
Oh, absolutely.
But watching her this year, especially that run at the Australian Open, it feels like she's finally harmonized all that power with what I think is her real superpower.
Which is what?
Her absolute lack of a pulse. I mean, she has completely flipped the script on what an emotional, tennis champion is supposed to look like.
Yeah, that's the Ice Queen thing really coming to life, isn't it? But we have to be careful. We can't mistake calm for passive.
Right.
What we're actually looking at is a very, very specific type of aggression. She's not just, hitting hard. She's executing this high-risk, high-reward strategy that needs surgical precision.
You can't hit those lines at 120 miles an hour if you're jittery.
Exactly. Not a chance.
But that precision, it didn't just appear out of nowhere. There's this really fascinating what-if in her background. I mean, she was born in Moscow in 1989. She was right there in the Russian system. She could have easily been another star for that federation.
But the system failed her. And this is the sort of business context that people often miss.
Okay.
The Russian Federation, they had the talent pool, for sure, but at that specific moment, they just weren't putting up the cash for everyone. Rybakina's, 18? A top prospect? But she needed a serious budget for coaching, for travel, to make that jump to the pros.
And that's where Kazakhstan comes in.
That's where they saw a massive arbitrage opportunity. They had the financial backing billionaires ready to invest in sports, but they needed that elite talent.
So it wasn't just a simple passport swap. This was a career rescue.
It was a career rescue. Without that funding, we probably don't get the Rybakina we're seeing today.
No.
That money, it unlocked the specialized training that built the mechanics we're seeing. And that brings us to the real paradox of her game.
Yeah, let's get into that.
She's 6 feet tall, which gives her all this amazing leverage, but her motion is so simple. It's incredibly repeatable, and that lets her execute first-strike tennis better than almost anyone.
That first-strike idea is so key. The whole serve +1 pattern, she hits that monster flat serve, gets a weak ball back, and just to stake the beastie. PFFT, the point is over.
Right.
Immediately.
Right.
But what gets me are the ground strokes. They are so flat. Most players today, they want that heavy topspin for safety, for margin. She hits it like a laser beam.
And that's why she's so dangerous, but it's also why she used to be more inconsistent.
Ah.
That flat trajectory means the ball just skids through the court, it stays low, it rushes the opponent. But your timing has to be perfect. If you're off by a millisecond, that ball's hitting the tape. The margins are razor thin.
Which explains Wimbledon 2022 perfectly. Grass courts love that.
The surface did half the work for her. The ball stays low, it skids, it becomes almost unreturnable. And winning it, becoming the first Kazakhstani player ever to do it, that validated the whole high-risk style.
But the question back then was always, can she do it on a hard court?
A valid criticism.
Right.
Can she do it consistently where the ball bounces higher?
Well, fast forward to the 2026 Australian Open. I think she answered that pretty loudly.
She really did. And this is where you see the all-court evolution.
What do you mean?
In 2026, her movement was just better. She wasn't only ending points on that first shot. She was staying in rallies, defending, using that flat power to counterpunch. It wasn't just about serving people off the court anymore.
It was about outlasting them.
About hitting them from the baseline, too.
And doing it all without a single fist pump. I watched that final, and it was just uncanny. She hits a championship winning point and just walks to the net. How does a person keep their heart rate that low?
I think it's physiological efficiency. Think about it. Emotion costs energy. Adrenaline dumps, they cause muscle tension.
Okay, I see.
By staying totally neutral, almost robotic, she keeps her muscles loose for that explosive power. It's not that she doesn't care, it's that she's conserving fuel.
If she got hyped up after every big point, she might lose the fine motor control for those flat shots.
Exactly. She'd lose that surgical precision.
So, okay, let's recap. We have a multi-surface Grand Slam champion who barely sweats, hits the ball harder than anyone, and has the financial backing to sustain massive.
And she's likely just entering her prime. The Australian Open this year proved she's not a one-hit wonder. She's becoming a standard.
That is the intimidating part for the rest of the tour. If she's already secured this kind of legacy, and she's still improving her movement, what is the ceiling?
The ceiling is dominance. I mean, if she stays healthy, we're not just watching a great player, we might be watching a systematic dismantling of the modern defensive game.
It really makes you wonder, if she's playing this well now, are we just watching the prequel to her true peak era?
Her story is definitely still being written. We could just be at the very beginning.